As the pace of Ottoman expansion accelerated, so did resistance against them. Concurrently, internal discord continued to shape the empire's trajectory. The Ottoman Empire suffered a significant setback at the pivotal Battle of Ankara in 1402. Timur, the emerging conqueror, vanquished Sultan Bayezid I, taking him captive. Bayezid's eldest son, Suleiman, managed a daring escape to Europe with the aid of Venetian and Genoese ships. Timur pursued Suleiman to a coastline but lacked naval capabilities to launch an assault on Ottoman territories in Europe. Instead, in retribution for aiding Suleiman, Timur seized the stronghold of Smyrna, executing its hospitaller garrison. Timur then reinstated Turkish beyliks in southern and eastern Anatolia, but faced oppositions in Iraq, leading to his departure from the region. This marked the onset of the Ottomans in Turkey, as Bayezid's son vied for power. Suleiman asserted control over European holdings, but his forces remained depleted. The independence of one of the Bayezid's staunch vassals, Stefan Lazarevich, following the Battle of Tripoli, further weakened Suleiman's position. In early 1403, Suleiman sought negotiation with neighboring Christian realms. The Treaty of Gallipoli solidified peace between Suleiman and the Hospitallers, Venice, Geneva, and Byzantine empires. The Greeks ceased tribute to payments and gained several coastline areas in the Balkans. Suleiman also pledged aid to Byzantium in the events of the Timurid incorporation. While the treaty demanded numerous concessions from the Ottoman prince, it provided an opportunity to consolidate control over Anatolia. Meanwhile, Bayezid passed away in captivity. His son Musa, allowed to return to Anatolia, assumed control of Bursa and neighboring lands as vassal of Timur. Another Ottoman prince, Mehmed, received Amasya as his domain from Timur. Isa, yet another son of Bayezid, entered the fray and clashed with Musa. Despite initial setbacks, Isa emerged victorious in 1403. Musa sought refuge at Mehmud's court, prompting Mehmud to confront Isa the same year, defeating him at the Battle of the Ulubad and seizing Bursa. In 1404, Suleiman initiated his invasion of Anatolia. Meeting initial success, he sieged Bursa and later Ankara. Though his advance faltered at Amasya, by 1409, Mehmud dispatched Musa with a formidable army to assail Suleiman's European domains, compelling Suleiman's return to the Balkans. The Battle of the Kosmedian in 1410 saw Suleiman's victory over Musa, yet discontent brewed among his troops. In 1411, they defected to Musa, who slew his brother and assumed regional rule. Musa subsequently rebelled against Mehmed, besieging Constantinople in 1412. As Emperor, Emmanuel II allied with Suleiman. Seeking Mehmud's aid, the emperor secured Ottoman assistance in repelling Musa's assault. Musa's defeat ensued, culminating in Mehmed's triumph at the Battle of the Cambrelu in 1413. Supported by Stefan Lazarevich and Manuel II, Musa met his end, concluding the Ottoman civil war. Mehmed I ascended as Sultan, embarking on a reconquest of lost Anatolian territories in the ensuing decade, alongside territorial gains in Albania. The second, commencing in 1421, was marred by rebellion. Mustafa, another son of Bayezid, surfaced backed by the Byzantines, seizing control of European holdings and declaring himself Sultan. Mustafa Anatolia incuration failed, leading to his execution in the same year. Murad then laid siege to Constantinople, facing a subsequent revolt spearheaded by his younger brother Mustafa and bolstered by Turkic beyliks. Murad killed the rebellion, annexing portions of the beyliks. Following the death of the Serbian despot Stefan Lazarevich in 1427, conflict erupted between the Ottomans and Hungary over his domain. Serbia endured devastation, evolving into a buffer region under Dorad Rankovic's leadership. The plague of 1428-29 impeded Ottoman's advancement temporarily, yet in 1413, conquest resumed. Strategically pivotal Thessalonica and the Iona fell under Ottoman control. I'm sorry for butchering that. With the demise of Hungarian King Sigismund in 1437, lacking an heir, Ottoman assault intensified. By 1439's conclusion, Murad seized Smederevo, annexing Serbia into his realm. Following a period of uncertainty, Wladyslaw III of Poland was crowned King of Hungary. The relentless Ottoman incursion stirred concern among European leaders, prompting the formation of an alliance rallying around Wladyslaw, supported by the Church. Wladyslaw and his commander John Hunyadi secured victories against Ottomans in 1441 and 42. At the outset of 1443, Pope Eugene V railed for a crusade, drawing support from Dorad Brankovic, Prince Murad II of Wallachia, and Prince Fruzin of Bulgaria. With approximately 14,000 troops, they marched toward Niš. The fortress fell under siege, and 3 Ottoman armies dispatched to the region were vanquished. Notably, this engagement saw the defection of the Albanian Lord George Castriot, later known as Skanderberg, who waged resistance against the Ottomans for the ensuing 3 decades. Despite the Ottoman led by Sultan Murad marshaled another force nearby, the Crusaders confronted them near the Zlatista, but suffered defeat. However, the tide turned in favor of the Crusaders at Konovica in early 1444, where they triumphed over a smaller Ottoman contingent. Both sides weary, and tentative peace was reluctantly agreed upon, despite oppositions from papal emissaries. Terms included restoring Serbia as a buffer state, Ottoman payment of war indemnity, and Hungarian commitment to refrain from crossing the Danube. Seizing the lull, Ottomans consolidated over the Anatolia, and Murad deemed his borders secure, abdicating in favor of his son Mehmed. Ottoman lords and devoured a punitive expedition against Skanderberg in June 1444, only to be outmaneuvered at the Battle of the Turmoil, resulting in substantial Ottoman casualties. Whether due to a setback, papal influence, or Murad's abdications remains unclear, but Wladyslaw violated the peace, recommencing his crusade in autumn 1444, with the young Mehmed ascending the Ottoman throne at the age of 12. Whether influenced by advisors or acted independently, Mehmed demanded his father's return to power. The letter from Mehmed to Murad reads, "If you are the Sultan, come and lead the armies. If I am the Sultan, I order you to come and lead the armies." The crusading army was advancing towards the Black Sea this time, anticipating support from the Venetian and Genesia navies. Necropolis fell by the November 8th. The Crusaders were in close proximity to Varna. Murad assumed command of the Ottoman forces and advanced towards Varna from west the following day. The Crusaders found themselves trapped and compelled to engage in battle. On November the 10th, 1444, the confrontation unfolded. The precise number of combatants remains disputed, with Western and Ottoman sources offering vastly different estimates. Modern historians suggest that both sides fielded armies of at least 20,000 to 25,000 troops. The forces between Fragna Hill and Lake Varna, with Polish and Hungarian contingents in the center, Wallachians in reverse, German mercenaries and Bosnians on the right flank, and Transylvanians, Bulgarians, and Czechs on the left. In contrast, the Ottoman center, comprising Janissaries and Azabs, erected 2 brutal mounds and fortified their front with barricades. Sipahi cavalries from Europe formed the right wing, Anatolian Sipahis on the left, while Akinisis occupied the extreme left. The battle commenced with an Ottoman left-wing assault, which was initially repelled, prompting a Crusader pursuit that led to an ambush by the Akinisis. The Crusader right flank was thrown into disarray, allowing the Ottomans to attempt to overwhelm the enemy's left flank. However, Panayiotis' counterattack halted their advance. Subsequently, King Wladyslaw advanced his center in an attempt to reach Murad, leading to a clash between Polish and Hungarian knights. Janissaries. Wladyslaw's demise at the hand of Murad's guard marked a turning point. Despite Hunyadi's efforts to retrieve the king's body, the Ottoman forces encircled the Crusaders, prompting Hunyadi's retreat. The majority of the Crusader army was decimated, granting the Ottomans victory and paving the way for their advance towards Constantinople.